Hey everybody, it's Jennifer Gilman here. I'm actually on Zoom and I'm also on the Facebook Live in our Everyday Essentials Team Voltage group. So tonight I'm teaching Introduction to Essential Oils, and it's a great start to the new year. A lot of us are cleansing with the oils, not only our bodies, but also, hey Alina, but also cleansing in our home, and then we're really starting out 2019 strong. So today we're going to actually do a basic introduction to essential oils, and again, we're on Zoom, and we're in the private Facebook group, Everyday Essentials. Hey Sherry, hi Sonia, great to see you guys. So we're going to focus on really like the top 10 oils, but there's one outside of the top 10 that I want to share with you guys, all right? And that is my favorite for January, actually my second favorite, Slim and Sassy. Okay, so here's the Slim and Sassy, all right? And again, I'm on Zoom and I'm on Facebook Live. So, hey, Sarah. The Slim and Sassy, I'm actually, Sarah, I'm going to mute you. Here we go. Slim and Sassy I have in my water right now. And I thought I'd start out with this tip because being a new year, we're kind of all concerned possibly about our metabolism, right? We want to rev up our metabolism. We might want to like try to lose some of the weight we gained in December. At least I am definitely one of those people. And I ate too many sweets and I just need to cleanse. So Slim and Sassy is a great essential oil that you're probably going to want to put on your order this month, all right? So all you do is put it in a stainless steel cup or a glass. Typically, this is close to 20 ounces here, and I put 3 drops of Slim and Sassy oil. So I love the Slim and Sassy. So what is in this besides sassiness? We've got some lemon and grapefruit, and that really helps to kind of curb our appetite a little bit. And then peppermint, cinnamon, and ginger to rev up our metabolism and give us energy. So I just want to mention that before we really dive in and get started on the top 10. Hey, Becca, great to see you, Stephanie, Beth. So today we're really here talking about an introduction, and many of you are watching maybe for a second, a third, a fourth time. It's always good to get the basics, kind of re-educate ourselves. I don't know about you, but I have to hear things over and over again before they sink in. So, so I like that we do this introduction class every month. Some of you are with us for the first time, so welcome. And this might be brand new. You're going to want to take out a notebook, piece of paper, and a pen. So I'm sure that you're going to want to jot down a few notes. So make sure you get a piece of paper and a pen so that you're ready to go. I really, really wish that I could give you the sense of smell of these oils, through a virtual experience here, but I guess that's impossible. You're just going to have to get some yourself. So Slim and Sassy. The other one I love is lemon. Lemon is cleansing in and of its own right, and lemon is a beautiful oil. I love the smell of this, but also just having this internally is really great for a lot of our main organs in our body, and it's a mild cleanser. So having a couple of drops of this in our water, and many people just feel so much better just by adding the lemon in their water. The other thing I like to do with lemon is actually purify the air and cleanse the air. So if there's something kind of stinky around the house, or maybe you cooked something that maybe has a really strong smell and you're inviting people over, you're going to want to diffuse the lemon, okay? So I wanted to mention those couple right off the bat. Our handout today, if you are part of our private essential oil community, because if you sign up with the person who invited you to this class, then you are actually part of our essential oil community, and there's a lot of free education and learning online. We connect you with ebooks and audibles, and I mean, you're going to be probably a little overwhelmed, but the person that invited you to the class can help you with that and help guide you to maybe the learning style that you like, and they'll give you the resources of what's going to really connect, right? So does that make sense? So in our group, I posted the link for this brochure. And if you're not in our group, you can actually find it right now if you wanted to. I want to give you the way to do that because you're online. You can go to doTERRA.com. And after you're in doTERRA.com, you're going to click on the Advocates tab, slide over to Training, and then you're going to go to Empowered Success. Okay, I know that's several layers, but doTERRA.com, advocates, training, and empowered success. And then there's a drop down where you can actually see something called natural solutions class. The other way that's probably a lot easier is in the search box on doTERRA.com, just type in natural solutions class, and you'll probably get this handout that you can download for free. So I'm going to refer to this quite a bit today. All right, so on here, one of the things I love is that we're talking first about the modern approach versus actually natural approach, all right? So we're talking about modern approach, and things maybe not going so well with the healthcare system, all right? I'm not saying that it's all bad or gloom and doom or anything like that, but many times, many of us have tried different things and we're not getting anywhere, right? So that's typically when people decide to turn to a natural solution, because you're kind of tired of having to take something, going to the doctor and getting maybe a prescription medication or taking over-the-counter medication, and you're just like, there's got to be a better way. And with it being the beginning of 2019, it's a great time to think about this. Is there a better way? And really explore possibilities. So the natural approach, you'll see here, in here, it says natural approach. It's actually, we get to the root cause. With plant medicine, you're really going after the root cause of things rather than just treating symptoms after symptom after symptom after symptom. So I really like plant medicine for that reason, is we're really diving in and trying to figure out the root cause so we can just do some repair work, right? And restore our bodies. Now, what the heck is an essential oil anyway? So that's the next part right here, all right? And you'll see up here a picture of a peppermint plant, okay? It's a peppermint leaf, and then they magnified it. I'll show you real kind of close here. They magnified it 400 times so you can kind of see the essential oil sac. But for those of you listening, I'll just describe it this way. You have a peppermint plant, and you may be familiar with it, you may be not. And if you were to tear the leaf, hey Mindy, hi Colleen. So if you tore the leaf of a peppermint plant and held it up to your nose, you would smell peppermint, right? What happened when you tore that leaf is it released the aromatic compounds. The aromatic compounds are the essential oils. So now you all know what an essential oil is. It's the aromatic compounds of a plant. It could come from maybe the leaves, like in the case of peppermint. It could come from maybe hey Nancy, it could come from the flower petals in the case of ylang-ylang. It could come from maybe tree bark, as in the case of cinnamon, or maybe resin from a tree, like in the case of frankincense and myrrh. So all different parts of the plant or the tree or roots do aromatic compounds live, and that gets steam distilled into a beautiful essential oil. Now notice I said steam distilled. Another way the oils are actually taken from the plant matter is cold pressing, and that is in the case of a citrus oil. So remember, I already talked about lemon today, and in this bottle of lemon is the rind of the lemon. And it's not the meat of the lemon, but it's the rind. I love that because it's so, the rind of the lemon is so alkaline, and it's just so beneficial for those cleansing properties I mentioned earlier. So that is how they get distilled. Now, if some company tells you otherwise, if they talk about solvents or any other ways, that's not good, okay? So that's your first tool I'm giving you tonight about how to really look at companies and what company's doing it right. So you're looking for answers like steam distillation and cold pressing, right? Now the plants themselves, let me just mute, yep, there we go. The plants themselves are a certain potency, right? If we make them into a tea, or if we just eat like say there's some plants you might throw in salad and you eat them. Well, guess what? Essential oils are 50 to 70% more potent than the plant itself. Seriously, 50 to 70 times more potent. So that's why they're so popular, right? It's the essential oil craze, but that's also why you need to learn from somebody of how to use these properly, safely, but yet effectively. So make sure you team up with the person who invited you to this class, because they're going to teach you all the ways. And today you're going to learn some of those ways, but this is just the beginning, okay? So that's really important to know that they're that potent, all right? And doTERRA is the most trusted, most tested brand out there. It is a medicinal grade of oils. I would go with absolutely no other. I'm a master herbalist and certified aromatherapist, and trust me, I searched long and hard for 6 months to find the right company 5 years ago, and I chose doTERRA, and I have been just blown away with how effective these are, how diligent the company is on making sure it's a clean source, that they're tested over and over again, and that they're forming relationships and making a social impact where we're getting them from. We work with 47 countries, and it's amazing how they're really taking care of the small scale farmers. So I could go on and on about that, but that's not what this class is all about. I just wanted you to know that. Now the quality, here's on this page here, you'll see this little pie chart. The black area here is actually representing most of the essential oils throughout the world. Guess what? Most are synthetic. Synthetic, that's man-made, all right? Man-made essential oils. So we don't want that. Synthetic fragrances, synthetic perfumes, whatever you want to tag it, they're making us sicker and sicker, okay? So we want to stay away from those for sure. The next category is food grade. So you see in the green area there, that's food grade. And then you see another layer, it's purple, and that is therapeutic grade. And then doTERRA is the small slice of the pie that is certified pure therapeutic grade. Again, the most tested and most trusted brand. And that's why so many medical professionals are using the doTERRA brand. All right, let's get into a couple more oils, because so far I told you about Slim and Sassy, which is my favorite, starting that I kind of started January 1st on that. And then lemon we talked about, right? So Slim and Sassy and lemon, you know what those are for. But let's talk about peppermint. You know what? I'm going to back up a little and talk about Breathe, because Breathe is such a great oil. It is a blend, so I'm introducing you to another blend. We talked about Slim and Sassy and now Breathe. And if I were to drop this in my hand, I'll show you how this goes. If I were to drop this in my hand, just one drop, and then just took a few deep breaths. So it's so amazing. The plants in here, I probably will not remember all of them, but we're talking about eucalyptus, cardamom, ravensara, laurel leaf. It is a beautiful blend of oils that helps open up the respiratory system. It allows me to breathe better. And in January, a lot of people are having difficulty breathing. So the first thing you do is you want to aromatically get that in, because that's going to start to really work immediately by just breathing it in. And then you put it on the back of your neck, and back of the neck and behind the ears are great places. With this one, you would actually put all over your chest too. Another great thing I love to do with Breathe is not only diffuse it, but also make a steam tent. So if you were really stuffy and just really blocked up, anybody, whether it's a child, an adult, whoever it is, you can actually just do a pan of water, heat it up until it's steaming, and then be ready to sit down with a towel over your head and put a couple of drops of Breathe, just a couple of drops, 2 drops, and just breathe that in. And oh my God, that is just going to open everything up. And have a tissue box next to you, because stuff is going to come out. So, so I love Breathe. Hey, Patty, how are you? Hey, Nancy, Leah, great to see you. So Breathe is a really good oil, all right? You got to have it. Make sure you have Breathe. So the other one I wanted to talk about was peppermint. Now, peppermint is also in the Breathe, but peppermint on its own is a beautiful oil that you can use to just bring about more alertness, more focus for a task. And we all kind of need that, all right? So think about it. When you try to focus on something and get something done, are you able to accomplish it easily, or can it be a little bit hard? Do you have like a squirrel moment where, you know, you're trying to focus and boom, you're automatically doing something else in a minute? So peppermint is a really good one to try to help you focus and stay alert. Those of you in class and studying, you need peppermint, all right? So a good way to use this is same way as I use that Breathe. You're going to breathe it in, put it on the back of your neck, but also you can take a drop of this in water to bring immediate alertness and just a little bit of energy. So I love that with the peppermint. Now notice I said something, you're probably like, internally, what? So internally, there is a lot of controversy, and I'm telling you, if you have any other brand of oil, do not take it internally. No, no, no. Peppermint is is amazing and can be internal with doTERRA. Okay, doTERRA brand. So if you have the doTERRA brand, you probably already know that on the back of the bottle you see the supplement fact panel, okay? And I'll show that to you, those on Zoom and those on Facebook Live. The supplement fact panel, it says directly underneath it, take 1 drop in 4 ounces of water, okay? So there's instructions on how to take this, and if you have any other brand of essential oil in your home, you will see on the bottle, it usually, I mean, you'll see either something like topical only, or sometimes it'll say do not ingest, external use only, so you're gonna see those words, all right? So for energy, many people will have a drop of peppermint and also a drop of lemon in maybe 2 ounces of water, 4 ounces of water, knock it down, and you kind of get a really quick spurt of energy right away. So I really like that for the peppermint, and there's many other uses. Those of you who are following this guide here, you'll see some of the other uses on peppermint right down here. Now the 3 ways to use oils, you already know them. So those of you on Facebook, what are they? Shout it out. What are the 3 ways to use oil? Let's see if any of you guys get this right. Come on guys. 3 ways. I don't hear any of you guys. I don't see any of you guys posting. All right, 3 ways to use oils. Oh, somebody's in the chat box here. Hey, Nancy. So 3 ways to use oils is aromatic, topical, and internal. All right, so we kind of covered them already, but let's go a little bit deeper. Aromatic, we can certainly at any point in time, yes, Celia, you got it, diffuse, aroma, and topically, and then also internally. So what you can do is you can put a drop in your hand, a drop or 2 in your hand, rub your hands together, and then close your eyes and take 10 long, deep breaths. That's a great way to get it aromatically. And science has proven that this is very good for us. It goes through the olfactory bulb, affects the limbic system, gets to the amygdala, which is our center of emotions and feelings. That's how it works. Plain and simple. Science is there. All right. So you can do that with pretty much any oil. All right. Now the next thing, Celia talks about veggie caps. So we're going to get to that in a minute. So thanks for bringing that up. Topically, I want to introduce another oil called Deep Blue. All right. So we've got Deep Blue here, right? You can see that oil. And this has wintergreen in it, camphor, blue tansy, blue chamomile, lots of really good oils to help with musculoskeletal system. So what do? Before I started lifting weights again, I haven't done that in a while. Typically I'm like, I love walking, I love hiking, I like yoga, but I realized I need to start working on muscle, right? So I got to work on muscle because muscle burns fat. And so I decided to start lifting. So before I lift, I go ahead and put the Deep Blue on because it's going to, as I start to sweat a little bit, start going to actually work on the muscles so that my recovery is so much better. And then after my workout, I'll take a shower and I'll put it on again. And I'm telling you, last week, you guys, my back was aching, my knees were aching because I was doing squats and all this. And I was really happy I had my Deep Blue. So you can just put a drop or 2 directly on the area needed, whether it's your lower back, maybe it's your neck and shoulders, maybe it's your knees. So that's okay. So Celia says she uses on her back every night. So many people will use this for chronic pain every single day, a couple times a day. You're not going to OD on topical usage here with this. So know that Deep Blue, just a really good go-to. Now, that is topical. I want to go over 4 really good areas to put things on topically, though, where it can enter into the bloodstream. So that is important for you because sometimes we want to have what we call a systemic reaction. We want it to actually go throughout our body to maybe bring about change, right? So one of the areas is the bottom of the feet. And you're going to want to make sure you don't just slap it on the bottom of the foot. Rub it into the whole and bottom of the foot, okay? So if this was your foot, you're going to make sure you're rubbing in the entire area, including the pads of the toes and the big toe, okay? Reflexology-wise, you can Google that and you can see exactly why I'm telling you that. So bottoms of the feet is one area. The back of the neck is another area. Behind the ears, there's a bone behind the ear there. You want to make sure you get that. usually I just kind of splay my fingers and I can get both of those areas all in one. And then the fourth area is inside of the wrist. All right. So those of you on Facebook or on Zoom, you can go ahead and repeat. What are the 4 areas I told you about? All right. So we're going to check the chat box and see if you get those right. So 4 areas topically. Go ahead and name. You don't need to name all 4. If you remember 1, that's great. So go ahead and shout those out. The 4 areas topically. Let's see what you guys got. And while you're typing that in and taking a minute, for pain, any kind of pain, what I like to pair deep blue with is actually lavender and frankincense, all right? Yep, yay, Becca, back, neck, feet, you got it, woo, all right. So frankincense is really great for inflammation. Of course, we all know if we can tackle inflammation, then the pain comes down, right? Frankincense, I'm going to talk a little bit more extensively in a couple of minutes, but that's a good pairing. If you want something a little bit more than deep blue for any type of chronic pain, then frankincense, and then lavender, 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 lavender. So, all right, so we've got frankincense, lavender, deep blue, okay? So did you write those down? Because everybody needs a little bit of pain relief, right? So we can use those topically. A couple of them you can use internally, and that's what you're going to need. Just always, you're just going to need that, all right? So let's move on to internal real quick. And Celia mentioned veggie caps. Sometimes there's an oil that we don't really like the taste of. And you're like, oh, how could I drink this? I don't like it. It's awful. And that happens, right? So here's a great example. There's an oil called Digest Zen, all right? So shout out if you're a person who's not so excited about having the Digest Zen internally. So go ahead and shout out if you're like Digest Zen, you're like, don't like the taste, but it works. You're gonna want this. This is for everything digestive, everything. It's amazing how this works. So I love, if I'm having any burning right here, then I'll go ahead and put this topically, just 1 drop up and down. Sometimes there's burning here, and I'll put that here. Sometimes things are not moving right in my stomach, so I'll put it topically on my stomach. But remember how we talked about internal, it's the supplement back panel, so we can put it in water. Or, as Celia mentioned on Facebook Live, she loves the veggie caps. So there's really cool veggie caps you can get with the doTERRA. They're like only a few dollars, just get a bottle. So you get the veggie cap and you uncap it, it's empty, and you go ahead and put a few drops of this in there. You cap it back up and you take it. And now you don't have to taste the yucky taste, right? So let's see. Yep, Nancy hates the taste of it, but she loves the Digest tab. So that's interesting. Digest then comes in a couple other forms too. We have Digest tabs if you like something more chewable. And then let's see, we've got a couple people on, not liking some of the other oils. So Digest then is one that a lot of people like to put in that veggie cap. So remember, internal is only for doTERRA brand only. I don't want you to think, oh, Jen told me I can, use my oils internal, and it might be from a different brand. No. You want to make sure it's only doTERRA. Otherwise, no. Okay. So do we want to be safe and we want to be effective on this? Now, another oil I want to tell you about is On Guard, because we didn't talk about the immune system yet, and that is really important. We talked about respiratory and breathing with that Breathe blend. Remember, I talked about that with the steam tent. Well, we want to make sure that you are well, and a really good preventative measure is using On Guard. So who loves On Guard? Thumbs up for On Guard. Woo! This is my main oil that I started out with, because what led me to herbal products and becoming an herbalist is I was working on my own health journey. I was sick all the time. My immune system was crap, okay? As a kid, I'd be one getting sick all the time, and it became this joke, Jen's sick again. It was awful. And then what do? I started a career in my early 20s in the hotel industry, and I'm like flying all over the place and getting sicker. So I tried everything. I started reading up on nutrition and water and probiotics and digestive health and how that relates to your immune system. And that really got me in my journey of plant medicine and becoming an herbalist. And then obviously into the doTERRA oils. But I kept having these small wins. You know, I just wasn't getting it. I wasn't being able to really get control of my immune system until I started with the On Guard. Seriously, I started with On Guard, and I had a little routine. As every day I would put a drop on one foot, a drop on the other foot before I went to bed, and then I would gargle with it too at night after I brushed my teeth. I made my own mouthwash. And then if I was going to go on a trip, I would take it internally, use it topically, and I would diffuse it. I would start 2 days before my plane trip, and I would do it all the time I was away, and then come back and do two days more. Well, that was 5 years, you guys, 5 years ago. And now I barely remember some of this because I don't have to use it all the time anymore. Now I just use it as needed. So my immune system has been altered. It is forever changed to the better. And I really attribute it to the On Guard and also the lifelong vitality supplements that doTERRA has. So truly, truly remarkable for me because I just couldn't get it. I just couldn't get a handle on it until then. So On Guard has 5 different plants in it, and it's clove, cinnamon, wild orange, eucalyptus, and rosemary. So really heavy hitters for your immune system. And I really recommend as a preventative to make sure this is on the bottom of your feet before you go to bed or before you go off to work or school in the morning. So love this one, and you can ingest it, all right? Now, in this booklet, if you're following along, you see this great picture here. I love this because this shows you how the shelves in your home and maybe your bathroom cabinet or something can look versus what they might look like right now, all right? So you can really replace them with products that are really good for daily routine use. Also, anything acute that happens, like whether, you know, maybe you got a cut or maybe you have something happening like right then and there, and now you've got tools for that. And just healthy lifestyle, reducing toxins, switching out your shampoo and conditioner for things that have really good products. doTERRA has it all. They have toothpaste, mouthwash, shampoo, conditioner, other products for your hair, for your skin. There's 3 different skincare lines. So really it's a journey. Your health is a journey, and there's a lot that you can do there. So typically right now, if I was with you in person, I'd ask you, what do you want to feel more of and what do you want to feel less of, okay? So when you see this, I encourage you, after you see this class, is to really download this copy and think about this. Think about, do I want to feel more energy? Do I want to be less stressed? Do I want to have less headaches? Do I want to have a better immune system? Do I want to have better digestive health? Do I want to maybe lose some weight and have a better metabolism? You know, there's a lot of things that you might be looking at. What do I want more of and what do I want less of? And then the person who invited you to this class can sit with you or talk with you over the phone and really delve into solutions. But they're also spelled out here. It'll tell you exactly what to do for what. And that's what I love about that. You would, you know, if you look at the person who signs you up, then they're going to be your guide. You tell them, what do you want to work on? And maybe you start with a couple of things. And a few months later, you're like, all right, I've got that down now. Now I want to tackle this. What do I need to do for this? And you just keep going. It's a journey. You can't just have overnight success with everything. There's not going to be one oil that you have to take only for 1 week and that's it, okay? So that's just not how it is. It's natural solutions. It's like food. You're going to eat every day. Well, you're going to use essential oils every day as part of your daily routine. All right. So let's see. There is two oils we haven't talked about yet that I wanted to make sure you knew about. Oregano. Woo! A lot of people have been hearing more about oregano because more publications and studies are being written about oregano and the amazing effects on this. So if I was really starting to not feel very well and I start to get sore throat and things are coming down fast, you better believe I'm going to start using On Guard and oregano, okay? So oregano is a very hot oil, and you're like, what do you mean hot, Jen? This is one that has to be diluted. I would never use this directly on my skin. So I'm going to use something like fractionated coconut oil or maybe the unscented hand lotion, and I'm going to use this topically. I'm going to diffuse it. I'm also going to put it in one of those little veggie caps, and I'm going to make sure I'm going to take this every day until I'm better. So So this is really important. Oregano is a heavy, heavy hitter. All right. The last one I'm going to mention is Melaleuca. Melaleuca is commonly known as tea tree oil. So you all heard of tea tree oil, right? Melaleuca is the Latin name, and Melaleuca is one of the best antiseptics around. I really love this. And this could be like, even if you had a scratchy throat or not feeling so good, you can even use this for a mouthwash. But there's a lot of other uses for tea tree, especially hair, skin, and nails. So hair, skin, and nails, I love this, but also very antifungal. So I really like the Melaleuca as well. Now, remember I told you I was going to talk about frankincense a little bit more. Frankincense is just the king of the oils. So if you don't remember anything I told you just now, when in doubt, use frankincense. It is, we call a broad spectrum oil because it's good for just about anything, truly. And what I love about frankincense is you can use it aromatically, topically, and internally. Those are all the three ways that I taught you about tonight. So if you don't remember anything, use frankincense, and trust me, you're going to be in good shape, all right? So frankincense is a really good one. Now, one thing I want to mention on this, there is one more product. It's called Lifelong Vitality. And to me, that is the foundation of health, all right? So I have it actually, let me see if I can reach the box back here in my office. There we go, Lifelong Vitality Supplements. These are 3 bottles. There's 3 bottles in here, and yes, you need them all. And this, remember how I said my immune system is forever changed? Between this and the On Guard, this is what did it. But this is what keeps me going now. This is the foundation of health. You need to have micronutrients to pair up with macronutrients. Macronutrients is the food you eat every day, and micro is the vitamins and minerals, along with, you've got your omega-3s in here, and that's 1 bottle. And then the 3rd bottle is all about cellular health. And in that bottle, there are things like frankincense, turmeric, alpha-lipoic acid, CoQ10, ginkgo biloba, and many, many antioxidants that fight free radicals. So this is a big deal. And, you know, if you can set your foundation, just like a house, if the foundation isn't good, what's going to happen to the house, right? Or another analogy is, you know, for a garden, if the soil conditions aren't good, what's going to grow, all right? So it's really important to make sure that you've got a really good supplement. And this has a 30-day money-back guarantee, so why not try it, okay? So definitely this is, to me, very much a must. Now, we went over a lot today. So here in the bottom of this page, there's actually a daily routine. And it's written out there for you so that you're not overwhelmed and you're like, all right, this is a lot, but where do I get started, right? So it actually outlines what a day could look like for you and what they recommend for just good overall health. Now you're wondering, how do we get these oils, all right? So I'm going to go over the purchasing options, but remember, you're going to go back to the person who invited you to this class and you're going to tell them, I'm ready, and this is what I want. Or maybe you're say, I'm ready, but tell me a little bit more about those kits again, or tell me again about my purchasing options, because you might want to have a little bit more thorough understanding. So in this booklet, there's outlined 4 kits. Okay, there's 4 here. All right, so you see them here. This is my favorite. It is the Diamond Kit. All right, so when you get a kit, you automatically become a wholesale customer. Can you buy retail? Yes, but it's like there's no discount. That's kind of silly. Why would you buy retail when you can get 25% off your product? So become a wholesale member. And there's 2 ways you can do it. One is to buy a kit, and now your membership fee gets waived, and you have a 12-month membership to buy whenever you want. You can buy once or twice a year, 20 times a year, whatever you feel like. There's no obligation to continue buying, okay? So why not become a wholesale member for sure? So you either buy a kit and get that $35 fee waived, or if you don't want a kit, you pay $35 to get your membership started, kind of like a Costco or Sam's Club, right? You pay $35 and then you get access to 25% off immediately. So then you can pick a la carte, like I want the frankincense, I want the digescent, I want the breathe, and maybe the lavender, or whatever you decide that you want. You're going to go ahead and kind of put that in your cart. You're going to tell the person who invited you so that they can get you all set up with your membership, okay? Now the kits, Diamond Kit's my favorite because it is what I got. I was all in, I wanted everything. And that gave me the most savings because this is actually 40% off retail. So to me, I'm like, well, of course I want the best value because that's kind of how I shop. So I love that. But you might not be, you're like, I don't know if I can, deal with everything. And that kit itself, so that's a really good deal. It's $2,650 for that kit for everything. It's amazing. I mean, that's everything. Now, another really good kit, though, is called the Natural Solutions. And a lot of people will get started on this because they're like, all right, I want some oils. I want a great diffuser. I want a cute box to put everything in. I want those lifelong vitality supplements. But I also want some of the things that can help me reduce my environmental toxins, like the shampoo and conditioner, and the On Guard foaming hand wash, and the On Guard toothpaste, and the mouthwash, and things like that. So now all of a sudden you're working with oils, you're working with the supplements for your foundation, and you're starting to work with reducing those environmental toxins. So the Natural Solutions kit is $550. So really love that one. Then we've got two more kits, and I'll point them out. This is the Home Essentials kit and the Family Essentials kit. Now the difference between these two, the Home Essentials is $275, and it's got the 10 oils that I went over tonight plus a diffuser. The Family Essentials kit is more of like a sampler kit. That is smaller bottles. It's $150, but it still has the top 10 oils. So again, we've got 4 great kits we're outlining here for you, all very good in its own right. I will point out this is a really good deal versus this one because you get 3 times more the oils, but it's not $450. It's not 3 times the price. So it's $275, plus you get a diffuser. And if you purchase this kit by or on the 15th of this month, okay, so between now and the 15th, if you purchase this kit or any of the larger ones, you're actually going to get a free bottle of frankincense. And remember how important that frankincense is for your health? I was telling you, when in doubt, use frankincense. So you're going to want more frankincense for sure. So just remember, when you go back to the person who invited you to the class, you just tell them, I would definitely want that free frankincense. So let's start talking through some of my options here, okay? Now, once you join, remember I said you could purchase once or twice a year, 20 times a year, whatever you want. But there is another program that is optional and free for you. And I do want to tell you because many people actually jump right into this right away because they already know they're going to love these oils. They get started and they want to really save and earn the most. So the other thing that you can think about is the Loyalty Rewards program. I am in this, and many, many people are in Loyalty Rewards. It's like the frequent flyer program for doTERRA. It's remarkable when people start redeeming their points for free product. That's when they're like, I had no idea the value of this program. It's amazing. So remember, you're already saving 25% off the product, but when you're part of Loyalty Rewards, you start, depending on which kit you get, you can kind of fast start your way into that where you earn anywhere from 10% off to 30% off back in points, okay? So 10% of your order up to 30% of your order back in points, and you can save up those points and redeem them. So every 3 months, I end up redeeming a couple hundred points, which is $200 worth of free oils because I've been in the program for a while, and it is remarkable because now the things I used to buy somewhere else, like at the store, like laundry detergent, shampoo, conditioner, skincare, the things I already bought somewhere, and now I'm using my doTERRA membership and it's working for me. So I really love the Loyalty Rewards program for sure. Now, let's see, the other thing, so what you're going to do is you're going to go back to the person who invited you and you're going to decide how is it you want to sign up, because you've got 2 options. You can become a wholesale customer, okay, or you can become a wellness advocate. A wellness advocate makes you commission qualified, okay? Now, I just said commission qualified. That means you have the ability to earn income if you choose. So you're going to want to make that decision and say, do I want to be a wholesale customer right now? Wholesale customers cannot earn money with doTERRA. You are truly a wholesale customer, enjoying the benefits of getting these oils at reduced rates and potentially being part of loyalty rewards if you choose. Wellness advocate, same benefits, but now you have the ability to earn income and to make money with doTERRA, or make enough to earn to cover the cost of your oils, or earn enough to really replace your income. So that's something you can decide, but I wanted to make sure you knew about that as well. The business opportunity is fantastic. So what I'm going to do now is, we're kind of finished with our intro class here. We're going to transition into just about 10, 15 minutes of the business opportunity. So for those of you who are interested in just hanging on for just a little longer and hearing about the possibilities, is this something I might be interested in? You don't know until you listen. So you might want to hang on and listen to this part. If you decide not to, I'm so glad that you joined us tonight. And please definitely send any questions to the person who invited you. They can answer everything for you. If they don't have the answers, they're going to find the answers for you. Because let's face it, we all don't know everything. I don't know everything. So when I don't know something, I reach out to my team members and get answers so that we can guide each other. Okay? All right. So let's move on to the business opportunity. That is a different guide. It's called the Build Guide. Some of you may have seen this. Again, if you want to follow along, you can go to doTERRA.com, and in the search box, type in business overview or build, okay? And you'll be able to see the PDF, and you can download it for free to kind of follow along if you'd like. So one of the things I want to cover about this is, you have to first look at what situation are you in right now? What type of income are you earning in your life? Is it active income, or is it residual income? Okay, and I didn't know what the heck that meant when I first started. I'm like, I don't get it. I do not understand residual income. What the heck is that? Probably because I was conditioned to earn active income my whole life. I was, told you work hard, you go to work your job, you try to get raises, maybe move around to different companies to get better salaries. And that's what I did. And I was in that industry actually for 26 years. Great industry. It was a wonderful, I was in the hospitality industry, but it didn't carry a lot of meaning in my life. So I did want some more meaning where I was actually giving back. And that's one of the reasons I moved to become an herbalist. But I didn't realize I was hauling buckets. If I wasn't working, I wasn't making money. If I wasn't at my job, I wasn't making, maybe I'd get a 2-week paid vacation, but if I was not working, or if something catastrophic happened in my life, what was going to happen? What was going to take over if I didn't have enough savings? What's going to happen? So that's kind of scary. So I ask you, like, what is happening right now in your life? Are you hauling buckets, or are you building a pipeline? Building a pipeline for security, making sure that you always have income coming in, whether you're working or whether you're on vacation, that you're building this to be bigger and bigger. All right, so residual income is just truly amazing. But again, hauling buckets, are you trading hours for dollars? Are you limited on advancements? Do you have limited time freedom? Are you able to pay off your debt? And the other thing that hit me was, I was making so much money for other people. I was making money for other people. That was it. So that's why a lot of people want to be an entrepreneur. But being an entrepreneur is very hard often. So being with a company that has infrastructure, with doTERRA, I don't ship things out. I put people's orders in, and doTERRA ships everything for me. And they have customer service. I have my customer care program, but they have customer service. They're open, that people call if maybe an item was missing, or sometimes I've even had where an extra item gets shipped, and they're calling them, and they're there. They answer questions, and they're rated very highly in customer service. But I don't have to come up with these products. I don't have to package them up. I don't have to ship them. And that is huge, being able to know that someone could either purchase something through me or through my website, and it all gets taken care of beautifully, right? And then there's resources for education. I don't have to do all that. So that being an entrepreneur is hard. It's really hard. And the cost of being an entrepreneur can be quite hefty, especially if you're looking at like franchise opportunities and how many actually survive and how many go under. Most people are in the red for many years before they actually make money. So with doTERRA, you're working 3 to 5 years to try to really, if you're working consistently a certain number of hours a week, it could be as little as 5 to 7 hours a week, it could be more. But if you're working on revenue producing activities during those hours every week, I guarantee you're going to make more and more and more money. Okay. It takes 3 to 5 years, but you're never like in the red. You're not losing thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars. You're not losing. So that is really important too when you're looking at something, an entrepreneurial opportunity. All right. So building a pipeline is true. It's true lasting residual income. You're working on something, you're working on it hard for 3 to 5 years, and then all of a sudden residual income really starts coming through. And not that you're stopping, you're still working, but you can start to not work as many hours possibly, depending on what your goal is, really. It just depends on how far you want to take this. And then you really build to your dreams, which I really like that, because a lot of times I ask people, what do you want in your life? Did you stop dreaming? Have you been told stop daydreaming? And I want you to not think that way anymore. I want you to dream, because that's what life is about. We were meant to dream and fulfill our dreams and to help others and be our amazing selves. We were meant to be that way. So I ask you to look at what is important in your life. What is going to change for you that you can get to some of your dreams? So I'll read some of them here. This is on page 6, actually. Some of the things that you might want to write down. Is this important to you? Is being debt-free important to you? If it is, write it down. Is having a generous savings account, is that important to you? Write it down. Financial freedom, charitable giving. Write these down as I'm saying them, if this is actually like, yes, I want that. Time freedom. This is all about working smarter, building to your dreams. Self-improvement. Do you want to have more time for self-improvement? Do you want to have personal development in your life so you can be the best version of yourself? Stop playing small. Be the best version of yourself. I love doTERRA because it's like a personal development company wrapped up in essential oils. It's amazing the type of mindset coaching and training we get with doTERRA. Do you want financial planning and preparedness, to be prepared? That was something I wanted. Doing what you love. Do you want to travel more? Do you want to be able to have more education in your life? Do you want to serve others? Do you want to spend time with your family? So if any of those rang true for you, really think about that. Think of why. What is it you want, and why do you want it? And question yourself, why do I want this? What it is. Having a vision board. You see my vision board in back of me here. These are the things I want in my life, and these are coming to fruition. I was able to pay off my house in January. That is a huge deal. I never thought I'd ever be able to do that. But now I've been doing this business for 5 years. And remember I said 3 to 5 years. I want whatever you want for yourselves. Whatever that is for you is the important thing. You decide your goal, but be prepared. That goal might evolve and change as you grow more as a person. You're going to want more, because when we get more in our lives, we want to give back more and serve others. And that just feels so good. It feels wonderful. So when you go through this, there's a couple of things I want to point about doTERRA as a company, like why doTERRA, why this opportunity. First of all, the product. It really is about loving this product. If you're not there yet, if you're like, well, I haven't even started, I haven't even bought my oils yet, or maybe you recently got your oils, start to become a product of the product. Make sure you're developing a daily routine. If you don't have a daily routine, go back to the person who enrolled you or signed you up and say, I've been using the oils, but I feel like I'm all over the place. I want to get a daily routine. I want to get something down so that I can really feel like, yes, these are making a change in my life every day. All right. So getting a daily routine and being a product of the product is a must. So don't do the business until you're there, honestly. You need to be able to really love this product. You have to have a belief in the product. Otherwise, you won't be coming off as genuine, okay? So I'm sure that really makes sense to a lot of you as you're realizing you can't just sell something and not have stories about it and be real about, this is what I do, or this is what so-and-so did, and I decided to do it too, and it worked for me also. It's about sharing stories and sharing experiences of what works, right? So you need to be a product of the product. The retention rate with doTERRA is 65%, which is remarkable. because other direct selling companies are an average of 12 to 13%. So that's a huge difference, right? 65% with doTERRA. People stay with doTERRA. And then other companies, other direct selling companies, the industry average is 12 to 13%. All right. Another thing is doTERRA started in 2008. By 2013, they were the largest essential oil company in the world and remain far and above. Continue, just the growth year over year is incredible. But guess what happened during that time? They remained debt-free. This company is debt-free. They are walking the talk. Not only are they debt-free, but they have a program called Free to Give that is free to all of the people, whether you're a wholesale customer or wellness advocate. That's free resources for you to become debt-free. They give you free worksheets and lots of tools to give you advice on how to become debt-free. I love that. It's amazing. So I really, what they stand behind is just remarkable. Changing the world one drop at a time, just supporting small-scale farmers and never working with middlemen. That says a lot to me because we're working in 47 countries and they're all about having a social impact in all of these countries. Everybody they work with, they want to have a social impact in that area in a big way. Now that was a couple of the pages here. I would encourage you to download this because you can actually see the average incomes monthly depending on what rank you want to get to. It's your choice. All your choice. You decide what you want in your life and dream. The compensation plan is incredible. There's 5 ways you can get paid, and I won't go over that right now. But if you go on doTERRA.com and you type in build with doTERRA, you're actually going to come up with a section that has additional videos. And you could watch some of those videos, and one of them is a 4-minute compensation plan video, and then there's one that's longer. I think it's about 18 minutes. And this compensation plan, although complicated, is amazing. I love that I can get paid 5 different ways because I am getting paid 5 different ways now. In the beginning, it might be 1 or 2 ways until you grow your business, but one is not dependent on the other. And I appreciate that because I've heard other companies where if you don't get one bonus, you don't get the other. And that is not the case with doTERRA. So I really like that. They also have systems in place. Know that you are not alone. They have everything online, but you also have coaches and guides. Everyone in your upline would be your guide. There is no stepping on toes. You learn from the person who enrolled you along with everybody up above that person. You reach out to whoever you feel is the right person to ask that question or to guide you along on your journey because it's your business. They give you realistic timelines. If you are focusing on revenue producing activities, it actually will guide you of how many hours a week over how many months will it take to get there, okay? Now you have to be doing revenue producing activities, okay? And I'm going to tell you about what those are in a minute. But so for 10 to 15 hours a week, you can get to silver in under a year, all right? It needs to be on those revenue producing activities. And it says enroll 4 people every month and 1 builder every month, meaning 1 wellness advocate, okay? So it's all out there. If you accomplish that and you will get there. So everything is very transparent. Now this is the system. It's on pages 8 and 9, just to show you it's the PIPES activities, and just to show you there is a system in place that helps you to know these are the things that they recommend you do to get to your dreams, to be able to make that money so that you can get whatever you want in your life, whether maybe it is opening an orphanage in Kenya, maybe it is giving back in a different way, maybe it's to have a second home in Colorado, which is something that I want to do as well. So there's a lot of things that that people want to do. Multifaceted is mine. I definitely want to be able to spend summers in Colorado, but I also want to be able to give back to the causes like Healing Hands Foundation and Operation Underground Railroad and the Heshima School for Disabled Children in Kenya that I recently visited. So these are things, they're on my list and I'm going to make them happen. So think about what it is you want to do. And the systems that are in place here, you just learn how to invite people, present to them, enroll them. And that is revenue producing activity. So you do it over and over again and you can get to your goals, whatever they may be. So I went through that a little bit quick, but hopefully you got some great information out of that. I encourage you to go back to the person who invited you to this class and, really think about it. Say, I want to sit with you and go over that build guide a little bit more in detail. I want to see it and I want to talk to you about it a little bit more. And this might be the right opportunity for me. I know that you have a lot of support with our community. We have a separate private Facebook group. We have online classes weekly for coaching. We have an online program that's self-paced called Empowered University, and you can start and stop it at whatever time frame you want with all the tools you need. You also have live classes that, depending on where you're living, you have live classes with our local team. And then there's doTERRA live classes happening annually, not just convention, but also regional conferences and wellness summits and all sorts of ways to really support you and everything you need. So we're just about at 9 o'clock. So I'm going to say goodnight to everybody, and thanks for joining me. I will have this on as a recording as well. I did record it, so I'll upload that to YouTube, and put the link on Everyday Essentials with Team Voltage. So those of you who are not yet customers and members in our community, make sure if you want to re-watch this, that you ask the person that invited you tonight for the link, okay? All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.